Hey guys, Pro here, back with another video, and today we're going to be comparing every single piece of Radioactive Foxy merch to the actual Radioactive Foxy from the game. Because I have all of them, so I figured, why not do that? We already did it back with System Error Toy Bonnie in my review of the System Error Toy Bonnie figures. So, first let's just take a look at the plushie, because these are my first thoughts having in person. Now, I remember this plush was critically panned, but do I hate it? No. But do I love it at the same time? No, there are a lot of things that they got wrong with this plushie. Like, for example, the hook. You should have two of the hooks. It's also shaped incorrectly and it's yellow for some reason. I get why they did that because, I mean, they're trying to have the yellow outline on the hook, and same thing with the teeth. These felt pieces, if they were green and had the yellow outline, it would look really bad, but honestly, for the hook, it should have just been green. I'm fine with the teeth because it does add more color to the face, but the hook should definitely just be green and have two of them. And also, the proportions on him, look, he's just very fat, okay? Like, Foxy is a skinny character, as we all know. Then they just made him friggin' chunk. Yeah. And they tried to add the endo detail, like, on the head here and in the chest, which is honestly kind of a weird detail to add. Like, it's a plushie. It doesn't need to look transparent. Like, I think they should have just stuck with making an endo underneath the figure, because they did really well on that. And, I mean, if you want to show the endo, like, do it like you did with previous plushies, where, like, it's only shown inside the tear. Yeah, I know I explained that part about the endo weirdly, so I'll just explain it in more clear terms. So, remember how on previous plushies, the endos were only shown inside, like, the tears and stuff? Well, weirdly, it's not in the back here, but, you know, this is how they should have done the tears on it, with the endoskeleton just being there, and this tear here. It just looks really weird. Same thing with the face. Like, I get what they were going for here, and yeah, it didn't work out. Not only does it look weird again, but also the full endo head isn't shown here, and instead it's just these friggin' lines. And also, the most popular criticism of this plushie, what are these eyes? Yeah, like I said, this one eye, it looks kind of like the blacklight eyes, which is really weird, because that is not what Radioactive Foxy's eye looks like. This is what Radioactive Foxy's eye look like, just full yellow. Like, do it kind of like you did with the Jack-O-Matronics. This just looks strange. Also, the other eye, they should have just made it a full circle shape instead of being shaped like an eye patch, which again is really weird because both of his eyes are the same shape, even though one of them is black and the other is yellow. And also, just the color choices in general. I feel like they try to add too much variety to the color scheme here, but the thing is, Radioactive Foxy is literally just Foxy but green. Like, they should have done it the way they did with the figure. Like, the figure has a minuscule paint job, but he really doesn't need that much paint aside from the eyes and Radioactive symbol, which sadly they didn't do, but you get my point. Radioactive Foxy does not need to have that much detail. That's not his character. But despite my criticisms for this plush, I'm not afraid to say it, I like this plush unironically. Like, it's not good by any means, because it's not very accurate, but, I mean, I can still like it, because, I mean, like I said, this is all my opinion, and the shades of green that they use, despite contrasting too much, they do actually look quite nice. I feel like if they use the parts on his arms for the entire body color, then it would be pretty cool. And the yellow outline does look nice, though they forgot it on this hand for some reason, but it's still really cool. I used to not be a big fan of the outline, but then I realized it's kind of a staple of these characters, and I couldn't think of any better way of doing it, so I figured this is pretty good. Also, the tufts on the hairs, well, the tufts of hair look pretty cool. I feel like they represent the Foxy tufts pretty well. And the face, it just looks adorable. Like, look at that. Like, he's just looking at you with, like, his little face. It's like a little puppy dog. It's just adorable. I can tell that Funko put a lot of effort into this plush, and honestly, they didn't really need to. He's just a flat green Foxy. But anyway, I still like him. I'll give him a 6 out of 10, because he's not accurate at all, but the looks are enough to save him. At least for me, though. Alright, now comparing all these. So, first, we're gonna do a process of elimination. So first we're gonna start with this plushie. Like, I regretfully do this because I really do like this plush, but he's obviously not taking it because he's not accurate. The figure, I'll keep this one for a second, because, I mean, he does capture the look of Radioactive Foxy really well. While the endo color is inaccurate, it is made up for the fact that we get a fully molded endo inside his body, which no other figure has done before, and that's freaking awesome. Like, Funko should really use that to make a full Endo 1 figure, though they will have to make it bulkier, because he does snap in half kind of easily. Like, I bought another one of these and cracked him open, and the Endo broke right on the spot. Alright, and then, anyway, the Mystery Mini, it's terrible, I don't like it. Like, the color of his ears are transparent, yellow, and like the rest of the head isn't transparent, which doesn't mesh well with the transparent ears. Also, the black endo color is inaccurate, and this time they have no excuse since you can't just put an endo under the mini. And yeah, especially that inaccurate eye. And unlike the plushie, this doesn't even look cute. It just looks terrible. I don't like it. And then you got the Pocket Pop, and you might remember a classic Jack All Plush Pro moment is the ear breaking off as soon as it came out of the packaging. But aside from that, despite the overuse of detail, like, again, Radioactive Foxy does not need that much detail, it does definitely look nice. Like, with the figure, it would be cool if they had the detail inside the tears, but they don't really need to, because if you look at Radioactive Foxy's model in the game, all the tears are completely see-through and the same color as the body, which I think works out perfectly on the figure. And the hook is done really well. I mean, sure, it does kind of look like it's one piece, but if they made it two separate pieces, they would break off really easily, so I'm glad they didn't do that. And the face looks really good. Again, it looks very cute. I always thought the Foxy Funko Pop was kind of cute. I have the original Foxy Pop and the blacklight one, and I will actually get the tie-dye one. I am avoiding all the tie-dye items that are just straight recolors, so I'm only getting the plushies and the Pocket Pops, but I will get the full-size Foxy Pop, because tie-dye Foxy looks adorable, just like every other Foxy Pop. Alright, anyway, back to the good Radioactive Foxy contest. Okay, drum roll please, and the winner is the action figure. First of all, the broken ear, it's not a problem for every figure in the world, but it just left a bad taste in my mouth because I got a piece of FNAF merch that literally broke the second it came out of the packaging. And also, again, I think they over-detailed him a bit. Like, again, he doesn't need to have all this color, because, I mean, Radioactive Foxy is just one flat color aside from the eyes. And the action figure easily takes it. The sculpt is really good. They even updated the legs, which is pretty cool. And they actually removed the eye patch, unlike a lot of other recolors that Funko has done in the past. They actually did a recolor done right. Like with Lolbit, they forgot to remove the eyebrows. With Lefty, they forgot to make him left-handed. And for Jack-O-Bonnie, they forgot to change the endo color, but this actually did a recolor correctly. And the double hook looks really nice. You can rotate it, which is pretty cool. And, of course, the endo on the inside. I would complain it being an inaccurate color, like it should be a more green color. But it is made up for by the fact that it's fully sculpted in there. Plus, it's not like his main feature. It's all covered by the suit, so it's not too noticeable. So I think Funko really outdid themselves with this figure, like I said. And I did buy a second one because I am making an OC called the Skin Ripper using that endo. Scary! Alright, that concludes today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. I will do a similar thing with VR Toy Freddy, once I get his plushie and mystery mini, and High Score Toy Chica, once I get her mystery mini. And I will do the exclusives, though the exclusives I will mash all into one video, because I have all the plushies already, and they only made 2 pieces of merch for, like, each character. And I will do it with everyone, including Candy Freddy. So, yeah. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.